Welcome back to episode 15 of building our ultimate expedition vehicle. In this episode, we install our gray water tank and wrap up some more interior finishes. I'm Courtney, and that's my husband Riley. Driven by a desire to learn new skills, we set off to build our ultimate expedition vehicle. With a timeline of 2 months, we are pushing ourselves to create a vehicle that will allow us to ski, mountain bike, and off-road our way through the country. We had no idea what we were getting ourselves into when we started this project, but it's turning into so much more than just an RV. So buckle up and follow along, because this is Ambition Strikes. First toilet flush. Ooh, there's a swirl. I wanted to do something unique for the backsplash that was still durable and lightweight, so I found these aluminum peel and stick mosaics on Amazon, and I'm super excited to see how they look. These are not structural, so we need to get a continuous strip of aluminum to finish our internal bracing. The outlets are going in the backsplash right here, so we need to notch out, and we're not really sure how to cut this aluminum, so we're gonna try the multi-tool and see what happens.
So at this point, you probably know I love step bits, and so we're gonna drill a hole into this tank. Just like that. So now, we're gonna need to employ Courtney's help to draw this thing from the inside out, and then there's gonna be a nut that threads onto this part.
All right, so I have my handy dandy fishing line. I'm gonna go through the tank, out this side, my actual bulkhead on.
I would have spent an hour trying to stick my arm up through that thing to fish that thing in place. This is why Courtney's ideas are better than mine. Where'd the nut go? The nut's in my pocket.
Oh, it's reverse thread. There's an arrow on it. Boom!
Wow, that was awesome. And quick.
I'm going back to work now.
This little vent was added to the top of the tank to allow air to get in and out of the tank as the temperature changes and as we fill the tank up with water. So this bracket here is left over from the spare tire winch system, and it's in the way of installing our gray water tank, so I'm going to cut it off with a grinder. Looks like it's gonna end up somewhere about right there. Next step for our gray water tank install is to make a cradle. So we're going to bend this sheet of aluminum to make a little skid plate that'll go around the bottom of this tank and help keep our straps that are going to hold the tank in place from cutting into the tank and from rubbing it. Ta-da! These two cross members are welded into where the spare tire used to mount. And then we have made these straps here, and there's nuts on top of the threaded bolts up there that tighten this tank up into position, and this nice aluminum skid plate on the bottom to protect it. We have drain lines that go up to our shower, and we've got our dump valve plumbed in here. So I think we're ready for, once this glue dries up, we'll give it a test. No plumbing project is complete without a giant mess, but we got it done. Courtney working hard, answering all the YouTube comments, editing all our footage.
With Boone. This IKEA countertop was long enough that we're going to be able to use the remnant for our dining table, which is really cool because they'll match. I was excited because I thought this edge banding was iron-on, but it's not. It's contact cement on, which is a sticky, messy job. So hopefully this turns out all right.
Is this an official step of the process?
Yeah, this is the sit and stare at it step.
Courtney, what are you doing?
I'm getting the road salt off the camper. What are you about to do?
The last chore of unpacking after our quick trip to Mammoth. Dun dun dun. I have never done this before.
What's the order of operations?
No idea.
All right, Riley, what are your thoughts on emptying the cassette?
I actually think it's not as nasty as emptying the normal Blackwater tank. Don't have to deal with the hose and crawling underneath the camper and trying to undo the valve, and yeah, I like the cassette.
I think I'm about to level up our campsite game.
We've got this little under cabinet light with a switch built in that we're going to put up here under our kitchen cabinet so we can light up the counter. One of the best parts of having the inverter hooked up has been able to run the heat gun without an extension cord. I was being lazy, so I was hooking up the light with the power on, and I didn't think about it, and I just chopped through the wire. Well, of course, my pliers made contact with the ground and the positive and blew the fuse. So
I got you the first on the list with a pain in my heart. No matter what I'll do, I try not to fall apart. I can see you anywhere.
Corey got me this really cool assortment of stainless wire clamp things, and they've been super handy on this project.
None of this will break my bones.
gonna see if my arm fits. This is an unused tank, right, Riley?
That is a brand new tank that probably hasn't been returned before. Are you smelling the tank?
My forearm gets stuck right there. Actually, hold on. What if we put Crisco on my arm? What if I got my arm stuck? Would you cut me out?
No, that tank was $100.